This is as pathetic as the books, but music. Since some people asked about that. This is a little easier in a way for me because at least all my music was more or less intentional. There's some exceptions, but for the most part, it's not stuff that, I just sort of randomly collected. I do have some things I bought or got at shows that are less so. So, let's see. It actually may be somewhat in order still. I don't know. It used to be. So I got my BOC running through here. Asia. Yeah, you can tell kind of my taste. I got some Jethro Tull, but that's not most of it. Pat Benatar and Blondie here. What's this? This is some Genesis. Trespass, which is an outstanding album, and Nursery Crimes. There are a lot of, good Genesis albums, but then we have the Genesis album itself over here, which was actually, that may be, I think that's the first cassette I got. I had Aqualung on reel to reel, and I had some weird stuff on LP, like trucker songs and maybe something else. Got some Yes sticking out here close to the edge yesterday. Some Rush. And Tommy from The Who is over here, which is kind of weird. As again, it's not really in order. Then we hit more Yes for some reason. Yes songs, 90221 Live. Clash, London Calling. I got more Clash kicking around somewhere. Kansas and Styx. Peter Gabriel. A couple of his albums that really mean a lot to me. Joe Walsh, a couple albums there. What's this? This is The Who, Quick One, Sellout, more Yes songs. Just the first two volumes. The third one's coming at some point. It's in here. The Who, Face Dances, It's Hard. Fragile and Drama from Yes, the Yes album, Time and a Word. A couple Moody Blues albums, late ones, The Present and Long Distance Voyager, which are meaningful to me. Queen, Something Out of the Ordinary, Night at the Opera. CCR, Willie and the Poor Boys, and Creedence Country. So what's on tape is kind of, this is some of it's the older stuff to me. And by the way, as to tapes, Maxell made the best tapes. And there's nothing I have to say about that. I have a lot of chrome oxides here. They've held up. The big thing is they've held up mechanically. They stretch a little bit and I can hear that, but that's a kind of big deal. Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. I've got Zebra supposedly on here. That might have gotten copied over because I have that elsewhere. Boston and Don't Look Back. The Heavy Metal album, which had a couple songs on it that I don't have anywhere else that I kind of like, but not much. This was supposedly Led Zeppelin, but I copied over with Styx Classics, I think. And then I've got some more Zeppelin here. Bryan Adams, what else is here? These are hard to read. The pencil has gone off from them. Oh, this could be something interesting. Oh, this is Clapton. Best of Eric Clapton. Fix, Reach the Beach. Supposedly Utopia, Swing to the Right, but it's not. I don't know what I've got on the other side of that. I had that on there. That was something a neighbor of mine had. Some more Who. Who's Next? And the Who by Numbers. Billy Joel, Glass Houses, which was a really big deal for me. More Clash. Clash and give them enough rope. And, I don't know what this all does for anybody. Let's see, more BOC here, Fire of Unknown Origin, Revolution by Night. Unfortunately, I could have gotten all of BOC more or less on CD, and I'm sure I still could, but I've kind of decided actually I like my tapes better, even though the stretching can be kind of painful. For the ones that I put on Maxell, they're pretty good, and CDs tend to give me more trouble. In particular, one of my CD players, I don't have, I have my my receiver and amp combo. That's really an old Kenwood. That's beautiful, but I haven't tested it out, and I've carried it at a couple of places in a suitcase. My dad hauled it from my mom's to me in a suitcase. This is some Violent Femmes. Damned if I know what we got here. Billy Squire and Meatloaf, which might have copied over one of that. Midnight Oil. A bunch of Tull here. Minstrel in the Gallery, Too Old to Rock and Roll, Heavy Horses, Songs from the Wood. I haven't listened to that in a long time. Stormwatch, Broadsword, War Child, some more BOC. More Tull, Stand Up, A Passion Play, Benefit, Crest of a Knave. What's this? More Clash. No. Sex Pistols. The Great Rock and Roll Swindle. Rolling Stones, Beggar's Banquet, Let It Bleed. A couple of my favorites off there. Phil Collins, Face Dances, and what is the other one here? Hello, I Must Be Gone. Not a big fan of Phil Collins. He kind of destroyed Genesis as far as I'm concerned. Another Zebra album. But I like those couple. I like a couple songs off that album. Now, to the as it was put, the floppy disk holders. These are perfect for holding CDs. And this is actually the best way to put things. I loved Black Velvet, and was there another one she did that I really liked? It's okay, the rest of it. I think this is something I got from like one of the clubs. One of the used to. I'm sure the statute of limitations is gone, but I used to grab CDs off the music clubs. It was kind of the only way I got CDs. I had a CD player. I had a few, but very few. Meatloaf, probably same way. Mellencamp, same way. But you know, these are things that I liked songs off of. This is Joy Division. Oh, what do I got under here? It's like, I think, a collection of Joy Division. Yeah, it's all the singles from Joy Division. I don't want to screw with it too much, the covering. All right, here's a treasure. Ookla the Mock. Is this the only album I have of them? Yeah, I love this album. It's so silly. Yeah. They were a local band. Well, they were a weird band. So a filch band or filk band. I don't know. They would go around to the cons and, you know, mainly comic book and science fiction conventions. But they were local to Buffalo, so I ran into them there and really liked it. This is another one of theirs. I like it a little less. Again, club, you know, the CD club type things. Got Roy Orbison. I like Roy Orbison. Same thing with Tom Petty. I mean, you know, I picked things I liked, got the free ones under some random name. We all know the trick. Okay, so now my dad copied some things from the library for me. So here I have Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall Revisited, which is kind of interesting. But I also have a copy of The Wall here. This is a local band from Buffalo, Allison Pipitone. I really liked her stuff. I think I have a couple of hers on here. Haven't listened to that in a long time. Some Police. Again, my dad pulled those down for me. Scorpions. Neat. This is not my writing. I don't know who the fuck, and it's definitely not something my dad made. I don't know how I got this. Damned if I can tell you. This might be my ex-wife. Like, I asked for this from someone, and she knew a DJ who gave me some stuff, some more Sex Pistols. Sid and Fancy. This is a local Eugene band from back when I was here. Bluegrass punk. Soft Cell. I think this is Cat Stevens. Not sure, but not under the name after he became more Cat Stevens. Billy Squire, this covers, I Have Don't Say No, and this was a double album, and I'm like, oh, let me get it on CD because my Don't Say No, isn't all that great, and screw it, I can, it was cheap at a used CD place. Supertramp, again, CD Club stuff from back in the 80s or whatever. A bunch of Talking Heads. Again, my dad copied these off the library. Some U2, probably got it off CD Club, but I like this album a lot, so that's not a big deal. Sarah Vanelli, or Vanel. This is a Phoenix local artist that I was following for a while. Pretty good. Some more Violent Femmes. More Femmes. And some of these have 2 albums, Okay, so now what my dad did was with all the tapes that I had, I was sending him them through the mail and he was copying them. That didn't turn out very helpful because these copy CDs don't play. So I got 2 CD players and they're both boombox type things. One was this little bastard. And again, my whole stereo setup, I don't have speakers. I don't have anything except the receiver and some speaker wire and some really shitty speakers that I want to test it with before I ever buy anything. But this little sucker was actually pretty potent, and it still is. And it's good for my tapes, but that's all it's good for. Because the CD generally doesn't play CDs. So when I left Phoenix, I didn't bring that with me, figuring I could pick up a new one. Well, I picked up this little guy, and it's just nowhere near as good. It doesn't, the speakers aren't very good, and but it plays most of my CDs, but I don't know if it plays these copy ones. I always had trouble with them in the CD player. I can play them on the computer fine. They're in the right format that they can play on there. It's just not always the case. A Who album I don't have otherwise that I'm not thrilled with. Got this way back from a CD club, but I like that one. I just listened to Quadrophenia tonight. With one of my cigars and my favorite drink. One of my favorite drinks, which is what I call a magic milkshake. I basically just take milk, a lot of chocolate syrup, make a strong dark chocolate milk out of it, throw a good deal of vodka, and then a little bit of cranberry juice, and it makes something that tastes kind of like a Black Forest cake. I really like it. Close to the Edge, which I think I have on tape, but came in a CD club, and I'm like, oh, I want that. I thought, oh, the sound is better on the CDs, and it is. It doesn't have the scratchiness of the album. Call it the warmth, but it gets kind of annoying when some of them have skips in them or something. That's in the tape every single time. Tales from the Topographic Oceans. I think I got my dad to do this one for me. I'm not sure. One way or another. This is a copy of 90215. I think I have that as well as 902 Live. Big Generator. I have no idea why I picked this up. I don't ever listen to it, and I think this is past my time when I was doing CD clubs, but I might be wrong. Fragile, same thing, CD club. Zebra. I highly doubt I got this from CD club. I don't know though, because I had this album already, and I don't know how else I would have gotten it. But then my first wife and I, like I said, she knew a DJ, and we each had sort of a mix set done for us, and this was mine, and it's got a bunch of stuff that I didn't have anywhere else, and somehow Super Freak got tagged on there. That was one of her choices, but I kind of wanted her set too, because it had some cool shit on it too, but I don't think I ever got her to copy that one. Like I said, I think she copied the Scorpions, but she may have just sent me the Scorpions. I don't know. It doesn't look like anybody else's writing. It might have been hers. She had much neater writing than I have. And at some point or another, I had to switch to two of these. Now, I have this thing, which actually can also hold them. I think this may actually be a CD box, this big monster here. But I just have like weird crap in there because, so the deal is, this wouldn't hold the CDs in their little gem cases or whatever. That thing would, but I like storing them in these. I don't know what these are. I think these are CD sleeves for computer CD things, but I'm not sure. I don't know how I picked them up. Some Adamant. I got into Adamant late, as I did with Joy Division, actually. That can't be Joy Division where it was, is it? I don't know. And kind of after I started doing 80s nights and stuff, I was like, you know, my mom was really into Adamant, but I wasn't. And then some stuff my dad copied. Again, ooh, Bad Company, CD Club type stuff, but I like it. Some Pat Benatar. I think I have both of these somewhere else on tape. IBOC, all on CD for no real good reason. Best of Blondie. The Worst of Blondie. The Rest of Blondie, something. The Curse of Blondie. I don't know what was on there. Boston again. CD Club stuff. A bunch of Bowie, old Bowie. There's not a lot that I have on there. That I like Changes better for the most part. This has mostly the same stuff. It's a little bigger best of type thing. I think it's all the singles or something, yeah. But there's a couple that are later that didn't make it on here. Things like Absolute Beginners that I kind of wanted. A bunch of Cheap Trick. Cream. The Cheap Trick I bought for real. Most of these are again CD Club, CCR. Dead Americans, local band in Eugene back when I was here before. They used to play with another band we're going to see a little later. That were a couple of my favorite bands that I saw locally. Fun stuff. Deep Purple that has a couple decent songs, but Dire Straits. Okay, this is one I had to hunt down, The Firm. Because there's like a couple songs from The Firm, Radioactive, Satisfaction Guaranteed, that I really, really like. My Fix, I don't remember if I CD clubbed that. Fleetwood Mac, definitely CD clubbed. Love them though. There's a couple albums. Foreigner, CD club, probably. You know, maybe not. I may have picked that up late. some albums from the library here, some Peter Gabriel that I didn't have otherwise, and then stuff from my tapes. More Gabriel. Genesis, this is stuff from the library. Foxtrot, I don't have these otherwise. And then the ones from my tapes. This is Ginger Hustlers. I have a couple of CDs by them. This one was from a live play. That is another local band that I really, really liked. They used to play all the time with Dead Americans. They would basically, you know, just pair together, and they were a good pairing for that. GTR, which is kind of an oddity, and one of them super band type things that didn't quite work. Guess Who? This is one that, you know, I always liked. I liked a couple of their songs and really, really wanted them. And when I found my dad's library thing, I was like, screw it, let me get them. Guns N' Roses. I may have bought this because my ex-wife had it. I'm pretty sure I didn't take it from her. And I wanted it. She had a couple of their albums, and I wanted this one in particular. Heart, this is CD Club stuff, both my Heart albums. This one has a skip, unfortunately, on These Dreams, which I really love. Plays fine on the computer, doesn't play well elsewhere. Jefferson Airplane, again, my dad got me that out of the library. And then my Tulls coming again, Thick as a Brick. I think I got this through the club. But I really wanted it, you know. A lot of the club stuff I really wanted. Living in the Past, my first wife picked this up, if I recall correctly, where she used to work. And I was more the Tull enthusiast, so I was like, I want that. You can copy it if you want. Aqualung, again, I probably got that off the CD Club, but I can't guarantee it. Because, again, I had this on reel-to-reel, of all things. I had a bunch of music on reel-to-reel that I can't play anymore. Priest, that looks like it's perhaps my ex-wife's handwriting. Joan Jett, this is going to be my dad's handwriting, or else mine. It's hard to tell. Okay. Yeah, so I had Billy Joel's Greatest Hits, but I lost it. I lost half of it. I lost volume 1 and like the case and everything on my trip from down to Phoenix. I like left it in the CD player, and that was kind of a shame. Joy Division. Oh, that other one wasn't Joy Division. I don't know what it is. I got a big collection of the Kinks, like 6 discs, greatest hits type thing. Some Zeppelin. I have more Zeppelin here. I don't know. Some of that stuck behind. Again, CD Club stuff that ended up getting taped over. Skinner, best of, got taped over. And I have some stuff that's just mystery. May have listened to once at best. Don't know. All right, so, all my classical. So those boxes got too full. So my classical got pulled out of there too. So that explains it. But this is, I don't know. I haven't even opened it. Some band I saw. Don't know how I got this. Not at all sure where that came from. Not a favorite. I like Pathetique. I like Sibelius. Basically, my dad picked out some classical that he thought I'd like. Bach. I'm a fan of Bach, to tell you the truth. Somewhere or another. I have more Bach than just this, because this is the Brandenburg. I don't know where it is. Like, I have Toccata and Fugue. I have like organ and harpsichord music. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. 2 and 3 part inventions. There's some more box in there though. I don't know where. What's in here? This may be a weird little set. Okay, this is not opening very well. There we go. So, from among the library stuff, I found a box of 80s music that that I had my dad copy, and I have like tried to guess what's on most of it. There's a lot of good stuff in there that I don't have otherwise, but I can't figure it all out. And I was figuring, you know, as best as I could. I have a Bach organ. Oh, here's some more. Oh boy. Yeah, we got to organize everything horribly, don't we? Yeah, I knew I had more classical kicking around. Wagner, there's the Toccata and Fugue, and organ music, sensuous Baroque, which is going to include some of that. What the hell is this? Oh, this I bought. This was a local band in Phoenix that I only saw a couple of times, but they were really, really cool, kind of innovative, weird shit. And more Baroque. And I think that's about all I have. The other thing, so that 80s box, I tried, and I've kept these, and they're stained and covered with tobacco now, where I listed, you know, all the songs I could kind of recognize on each of them. And of course, it's on a book that I was involved in co-authoring that never actually made it to publication. We were all signed and everything, but yeah, that sucked. Anyway, that gives you kind of an idea of at least what I collected music from. It's not necessarily, I mean, clearly my tastes run that way. But there are things that I would want that are missing. So, there you have that.